Alright, so I wanted to give my 2 cents on my favorite bosses in this game, so I found a tier list on Google and decided to make one of my own. That being said, the tier list link will be in the description if any of y'all fancy making one of your own.
Can I make one?
Get out of here, Bounce!
Oh, no.
Alright, first things first. These are the bosses that will be excluded due to either A, I have not fought them yet, or B, they are not quote-unquote main bosses, aka these guys are not being reviewed as of now. And these are the ones I'll be reviewing. Also, one more thing. The tier list goes from D to rank goated. To kick off the D tier, we have Sir Gideon Offner. He reminds me of my good friend Quincy. I fucking hate Quincy. Just like Quincy, Gideon just spams spells all day and sits back as the opponent's health bar just slowly drops. Y'all need to understand. I love melee combat. And when they come here and start spamming shit at me while nickel and diming me, I hate you, Quincy. In C tier, we have both these fuckheads, Malekith / base clergyman, and MOHG, Lord of Blood. I honestly cannot decide which one annoyed me first initially. So I'll start with Malekith. First off, this rat has a phase 1, which honestly ain't too bad when you understand his patterns. Oh shit. Shut it! But his second phase, he just decides he wants to start twerking and dancing on the battlefield, and you just have to accept it. Only after did I find out that there's an item for pairing the moves he does, so safe to say I was quite upset when I found out. Next, MOHG. I'm gonna be real, the first half of his fight is honestly really fun because he just starts attacking with a giant pitchfork trying to pick at me because he knows I'm a snack. It's when he starts his second phase and starts going all like... I feel like I saw someone say there's a way to dodge that, but I don't care enough to make it easier for myself. After that, all his attacks just spew his smegma all over the battlefield, which just adds something else to look out for. On top of him being able to fly now. So, in all, it's his transition to the second phase that makes me mad. In B tier, I decided to include some smaller bosses. So to kick things off, we have Loretta, Knight of the HALIGTREE, Godskin Duo, and the Tree Sentinel. And the Mimic tier. Loretta is just Quincy when he's riding on Torrent. But Torrent is cool, so he's hard carrying Quincy up the tiers right now. Godskin Duo is honestly nowhere near as bad as some people say they are. The skinny one most of the time sits in the back, and you can most of the time focus on the fat one with relative ease. And the Tree Sentinel just keeps coming back like a cockroach, but fuck, that's my cockroach. Lastly, the Mimic tier. If you cheat and take off your gear before you fight it, you're a baby and you need to rethink your life decisions. Next, we have Renala. Why do so many people talk shit about my girl Renala? I will admit, the first half is a little repetitive, and dying to her makes it so that you have to run a goddamn marathon to get back to her. Like, it ain't all that bad. Plus, she gets extra points because her arena is gorgeous, and because she's quite literally a queen. And to cap off the B tier, we have Godric. Godric is the first major boss battle that you fight right after Margit. That being said, Godric is so much goddamn easier than Margit, I swear. The only reason I have him on the high end of B tier is because he attaches a freaking dragon head to his arm and shoots out flame breath through it. That's pretty sick. Next, Rykar, Lord of Blasphemy. Honestly, this dude is gross with a capital K. Half man, half lizard type of body, but goddamn, his battle makes you know that you're the main character of this story, especially if you use the weapon they provide for you, which makes the fight infinitely cooler than if you were to just keep poking him with your own sword. The fire giant is huge. Therefore, his attacks are easy as fuck to dodge because he practically tells you when he's gonna strike.
Here I come! I bet. Okay, here it comes!
Like straight up, if you think about it, the only annoying part about him is that he keeps running away from you. Why are you so scared of me? You are 6 times my size, my guy. The Elden Beast. The presentation this guy provides is, in all honesty, spectacular. The arena is beautiful, the way it moves through the water, and all of its attacks are majestic as hell. The only thing holding it back is the fact that it's not as strong as I thought it would be for a final boss. I am indifferent about Torrent being available in this fight, so suck my ass. And for the last of the A tier, we have Godfrey. Both his piss ghost and the real deal. His piss ghost is pretty easy to handle, all things considered. Nothing changes from his piss ghost fight to his first form fight in his real form. Speaking of his real form, Godfrey screams a gentleman, a warrior of honor. His drip immaculate. He beats your ass and he's all like, and then you beat his ass and he goes all like,
"They've tarnished thy strength befits a crown."
I fuck with Godfrey heavy. The next 5 bosses are the best bosses this game has to offer, and no, this is not an opinion, this is fact. If the top 5 of your list are not these 5, you are incorrect and need to look inside and think about what went wrong in your life to have an opinion so trash. Starting off strong as shit, we have both Marge and Morg. Margit humbled my ass down before I even knew I needed a humbling. He kicked my ass, no bullshit, 120 times. I died to that dude 120 times, and somehow I decided to keep on going after each and every death. He never felt like he cheated any of his wins. He earned each and every kill he got on me. He taught me patience, taught me how to punish, he taught me the basics in the most fuck you way possible, and I cannot thank that bastard enough. Morgott is in a similar boat. He's Margit, but he went to a gymnastics class. His sword reveal is stupid cool, cracking open the rocks with his fist clenching, showing off that oil aesthetic on it. At times, Morgott straight up feels like Margit if he had phase 2, which is crazy because Morgott has a phase 2. So technically, Margit is the only boss in this game with 3 phases. Hey, dumbass!
Yeah?
Margit already has a second form, you idiot.
Oh.
This makes him the only boss in the game with 4.
Shit.
Stupid.
Hey!
Alright, listen. I don't care how cliche you might think it is, but using the main theme of anything remixed into the final boss is the coolest shit ever. Dragon Ball does it, so you know I'm speaking facts. Radagon has everything you could ask for in a boss fight. Epic music? Check. Dope ass design? Check. Cool moveset? Check. Like, Jesus Christ, bro, save some for the rest of us. Chatagon just feels like a culmination of everything you have done and how you yourself has grown as a gamer. Everything in this fight makes sense. He's got ranged attacks, beam attacks, jumpable attacks, grab attacks, and the goddamn Elden Ring! One of the best final bosses I've ever fought in the history of my journey as a gamer. Radon takes the cake for being the coolest guy on the block. You start the fight by seeing him in the distance, looking tiny and frail. The closer you get, the bigger he gets, and then you get to him and all you can think of is, damn, nice cock. Okay, I don't think I've made it obvious yet, but purple is by far the best color in the world and I won't be told otherwise. The fact that his gravity magic is that color gives him even more points than he has already earned. Also, unlike Quincy on a horse, this guy's actually cool when he rides his horse. By the way, his name is Leonard, so put some respect on my boy. There's no one else that can take the #1 spot on the list other than Melania. The second you enter the room, she commands your attention. There's not a single moment where she doesn't captivate your gaze and make sure you look at what she's doing. The second your eyes waver for even a moment, you get hit. And guess what happens when she hits you? Yep, she heals it. Ain't that some shit? Melania has one of the coolest designs for a character I've seen. She looks so goddamn cool with her armor, her rotted skin, her flowing red hair, her introduction for God's sake.
I am Melania, blade of Mikola. And I have never known defeat.
I've heard her say that well over 100 times, and it never once got old. Her voice is amazing, top-notch casting if I say so myself. All her moves are so goddamn cool. The fact that she is so unique in her mechanics is what makes me like her so much. Every time I died to her, I never felt anger. It was just, let's do it again, let's try again. Maybe this time. The fact that she has never lost before is what fueled me to make sure I was the first to do so. Her waterfowl dance has got to be one of the hardest moves I've ever had to learn on how to deal with it properly, but it's possible. For anyone struggling, quit bitching, get good, and try different techniques instead of relying on the same dodges or strategies each time she does the same move. There's multiple ways to deal with her moves. And to top it all off, I beat her! And then a cutscene plays. What the fuck? And yet that shit still made me smile. That just meant more Malenia. On top of that, she becomes a literal goddess and once again gets another dope ass design fitting for the Scarlet Rot goddess. She gets a new super move that is much harder to deal with than her waterfowl dance in my opinion. But goddamn is it cool as shit to look at. She now runs at you every chance she gets, no longer just sitting back and letting you catch your breath. She makes it unbelievably hard to take a break and heal, which just adds to the adrenaline rush. I swear, Malenia the GOAT.
That's what I'm talking about! That's why he's the MVP! That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
And now, I just said that Malenia is an undisputed #1 GOAT. However, you cannot tell me that your number 0 isn't gonna be
Soldier of Godric!
Yes, sir! Soldier of Godric, baby! Let me hear it one more time. Yes, sir! Anyways, this is my final verdict. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.